Carnivore is not a diet, it's so much more than that, and I recently learned that as my family and I left and traveled to Alaska to visit our brother, Bill Knott. Bill's story is one of incredible healing.
Bring it on in. Oh, I gotta put the phone down.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Hi, sweetie.
Hello.
A man who has found hope and life when the world had told him it was over.
Thought of being able to go outside again is when you're a prisoner for so long.
But this trip wasn't just about Bill, it was about something bigger. It was about life. Too many people still look at carnivore and say, oh, that carnivore diet, that weight loss fad, that temporary thing to lose some pounds. But let me tell you the truth. Carnivore is not a diet. It's not a regimen to lose some temporary vanity pounds. Carnivore is healing. It is transformation. It is freedom.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I used to hate flying. I feared it. The thought of being on a plane gave me anxiety. But today, I love it. I used to look at mountains like this and think, impossible. Not long ago, I was rolling around on a mobility scooter. My arthritis, my gout, the pain was unbearable. Today, I am climbing mountains. We're going to the top.
Where's your phone? How are we gonna get down? I'm gonna need to wait an hour before I go down.
We are climbing a mountain in Hatcher's Pass, and it is getting a little, you probably can't tell how steep it is. It's dangerous. Step by step, breath by breath, this is living. I used to be a shadow of the husband, the father, the man I could have been. Depression weighed heavier on me than any mountain. I was present but not really there. I was existing but not really alive. Now, I live in the moment with my wife, with my family, with my friends.
Okay, I just asked where Emma was. Carrie's way up there. Emma's about there. And then the other two are about there.
This isn't just about food. This is about freedom. And I've seen it over and over and over again. Dozens of men and women I've interviewed, broken, sick, hopeless. They tried everything. They counted calories, they filled prescriptions, and they still suffered. But when they turned to carnivore, something happened. They didn't just lose weight, they healed.
My name is Latrina Grischberger, and I've been carnivore for about 110 days now, and it has brought me back to life.
When your body heals, your brain heals. When your brain heals, your spirit heals. And when your spirit heals, you finally start to live.
This is life-saving, and I just encourage everybody to embrace it, because sugar kills and fat heals. So,
made it to the top of this mountain. This view is incredible. So yes, people can laugh, they can call it a diet, but let's be clear. If we must call it a diet, then let's call it what it truly is. The healing diet, because that's what it does. It heals, it restores, it redeems lost years, and it gives us back what we were always meant to have: life. I am on top, almost on top of a beautiful mountain in Hatcher's Pass. Look at this. That little car down there, that's us. Never in a million years could I have done this before carnivore. This is gorgeous, thankful, grateful, blessed. As Bill Knott said to me when we filmed him last year here in Hatcher's Pass, every rock, every tree, every blade of grass is a miracle. And it makes you realize how we take things for granted. Today's video is sponsored proudly by ButcherBox. They recently launched a new initiative where you can support your local USA American farmers. Support American farmers with this new US pasture-raised beef from ButcherBox. This is USDA choice meat. Look at this ribeye, it's absolutely fantastic. The cows are never in feedlots. They're pasture-raised, there's no antibiotics, no hormones. You're supporting a local American farmer. I get so many people asking me, how can I do that? Now you can do it with ButcherBox. There's more details, including a really special offer if you use the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Now back to today's video. So now what? After Alaska, we traveled back home. Bill's story continues to inspire Jen and me, and I know it inspires the world. That's why we're finishing our documentary, Healing Humanity. We just released a brand new trailer. The link is in the description. I invite you to visit healinghumanity.movie. Sign up for our newsletter, watch the latest trailer, and most importantly, share your story. Because I'm not going to stop sharing these stories of healing, and I'm committed to being an example for my family and for anyone who's still searching for hope. Bill Knott's story is incredible, but I can't help but think about the millions of other Bill Knotts out there in the world that are hopeless and suffering. This movement is bigger than me, it's bigger than you, it's about all of us. So please, join us at healinghumanity.movie, sign up for our free newsletter, and together let's show the world that true healing is possible.
You know, I've been a doctor for nearly 30 years now.
We've all been misled for so long.
They gave me pills for anxiety, they gave me pills for depression.
Our bodies are so deficient and so malnourished that of course you're going to get diseases, of course you're going to get sick.
I believe that I may have caused my cancer.
It is no way to live. It's a nightmare.
I was just so hopeless for so many years. It just kills me to know that the answer was out there the whole time.
You know, just because you put something in your mouth and chew it doesn't make it food. Food is species specific.
We can sit back and we can say the bloody doctors, it's not their fault. They were trained and they're doing what they were trained to do.
The thing that really pisses me off is that the people that we should have been able to trust, the literal organizations that we look up to protect us, are the people who have done the majority of the misleading.
I'm 82 years old, which is just a chronological number. So you put the right fuel in the engine and the engine works.
I've now transitioned from a disease manager to a disease healer. I've transitioned from a drug dealer to a healer.
3 weeks ago, I didn't know this man, Bill, from Alaska. Bill is 700 pounds and he's been stuck in his house for 4 years. You nervous?
I'm nervous, scary. You know, I live in Alaska, the most incredible place on the planet. I had to have a toilet put, a few feet from my bed, which I can barely walk to as is. I have not been outside in over 4 years. This is life or death for me. I'm sorry, Karen. I'm sorry about that.
Here.
Man.
Thanks, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Now, for the first time in a long, long time, I'm looking towards the future, which I've not had in such a long, long time. And it's just the most incredible feeling.